Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Patrick here, bringing you guys a late night video, and today's video is going to be the next episode of my Defenseless Champion series. So let's go ahead and keep pushing. I'm at 1,797 trophies. I actually moved up a little bit since the last video. I'm going to go ahead and do some upgrades. I actually upgraded my wizard, my healer, as well as I upgraded all of my army camps, and I did have App Bounty hook me up for the gems once again. Big shout out to those guys. If you guys want to find out a way to get free gems, go ahead and check them out in the description below for the video. But those were pretty much the upgrades. I also upgraded my Dark Elixir barracks. Maybe I can do a Valkyrie raid sometime in the next episode, but I definitely need to upgrade some more of my troops before I do anything else. Alright, so that's it. Let's go ahead and check out some bases, and for today, I'm going to be using strictly the balloon minion strategy. So we're just going to try to wreck some bases, and I think I've graduated past the giant barbarian archer strategy. You can of course still use it and get 1 or 2 stars, but I'm starting to get bases, Town Hall 8, Town Hall 9, where it isn't really easy to get 3 stars using that strategy. So I think I'm going to switch over to the balloon minion strategy for now. I'm really trying to think of a way that I can use Valkyries and 3-star bases. In fact, I was looking on my my main Chief Pad account, and I was thinking how I could use Valkyries and actually get 50% on a base in the Champions League. So I'm trying to get creative with that. I'll see if I can either throw them in this series, or maybe I'll do a video on my main account, but it's really, really rare that people actually use those and have success. And I mean, it's pretty obvious why people don't have success. It's because currently they really aren't that viable because of how weak they are. I think they've had some upgrades like in the most recent updates, and they like boosted the health or the attack power by a little bit. But it would definitely be a challenge. So I'm going to try to fit those in either in the next video or maybe on my main account. But you can see with this base, by the time I get to commentating with it, I've already wrecked it. I just dropped all my balloons and my minions. I didn't even have to use my lightning spells on any of the air defense, so it was pretty simple, and yeah, it was a pretty easy 3 stars. Alright, for this one, I got 20 trophies, so that's not too bad. There is a lab in the corner, so let's go ahead and take care of that with my Barbarian King. Pretty good raid, and I guess that puts us into gold 1. So we're a little bit less than 200 trophies away from crystal. So if we don't hit that in this episode, we're going to go ahead and get that in the next episode. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to raid number 2. And for this raid, we have David 33,600. Wow, 33,600. And for his base, another Town Hall 7, so there's only 2 air defense. And I think I'm going to drop my lightning spell, and I'm actually going to drop it on the wizard tower. I'm sort of more scared of those than the air defense. And then from here, I can go ahead and drop my balloons and attack this base. So usually what I do when I use this strategy, at least at this town hall level, I usually drop my balloons closer to the air defense than farther away. So you can see I attack from the bottom left rather than the top right. And the reason, some people might want to avoid the air defense and deal with it last, but if you do that, the air defense is going to get more shots off in the end. So whenever you have a base, and let's say the air defense is tilted onto one side and you're using the balloon minion strategy, at least in the gold league, I think it's a good strategy to attack it head on, because once you take care of it, you're going to be good to go and you can wipe out the rest of the base. But say if I attack from the top right and I was taking out cannons and mortars, during that whole entire time, those level 4 air defense would have been shooting at my balloons, and that could have made it a little bit more difficult. So at least in the gold league and below, I usually tend to drop my air troops closer to the air defense. That way I can take them out quickly and coast through the rest of the raid. I'm not sure how that would translate to the Champions League, because obviously in the Champions League you're probably not going to get 3 stars, so maybe you try to drop them farther away. But at least for this raid it worked out really well, and we got another 31 trophies. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. I got 2 more for you guys. And for this next base, as far as the layout goes, it's another Town Hall 7. Air defense on the top, air defense on the bottom. Instead of bringing my lightning spells, I actually substituted them with rage spells, because I think I might have upgraded them earlier in this video. Maybe I did my lightning spells. But let's go ahead and attack this one, and pretty much the same thing. I'm attacking from the top, and I see that the wizard towers are on the top, and instead of having my balloons get hammered from the bottom, because it would take longer for my balloons to get there, I'm just going to drop them on the top. I'm going to drop my rage spells, and by the time it gets to the bottom, there's really only 1 archer tower and 1 air defense to deal with. So pretty simple. I'm going to drop my last rage spell, and after that goes down, we should be good to go for this base. All right, so I have my spring break coming up next week. I think that is the 8th, or so it's actually Saturday. Wow, that's coming up pretty quick. So obviously I'm not going to be able to make videos while I'm there, but if you guys track my account within like the next 3 days, I should be pushing like crazy, because even though I'm going to be gone for like a week, I'm still going to try to post a video like every other day, maybe more. So if you guys track my Chief Pat YT clan, you're probably going to see me push like crazy. But then again, don't check it if you don't want to spoil anything, because I'm going to be raiding really hard on that account probably on Wednesday. So make sure you check that out. And yeah, I'll still have videos coming, although I will be away. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap it up with this last raid. This one's a Town Hall 8. You can see the 2 air defense on the bottom, and there also are the 2 wizard towers, as well as 2 archer towers. So obviously, I'm going to want to attack from this side. I'm going to drop my balloons, as well as my rage spells in advance. Go ahead and follow it up with some minions. Those should do a good job. I usually tend to drop my minions after I drop my balloons because of the fact that there are air bombs, and even if the level 1 air bomb gets a hold of your minion, I think they take them out. So if you use your balloons first, they have a lot more hit points, and they let your minions go in. So I think that's a pretty good strategy. You could also just drop like 1 or 2 minions before you start in the beginning, and that would help as well. But as far as a Town Hall 8 with only like a level 2 air defense, I don't really need to be too technical with it, I guess. So that'll do it for this one. We took care of all the defenses already. Let's go ahead and just take care of this Town Hall, as well as some of this stuff on top. We also managed to take care of his Seeking Air Mine, so he might be a little bit mad at that. But yeah, that'll wrap it up for this raid, and that is another 22 trophies. So I think that'll do it for this one. I also picked off some town halls using some barbarians and archers. I try to do that during every episode because it gives me like another maybe 70 trophies. So you can see I ended this one at 1941, and it should only get higher in the next episode. We should hit crystal, so I'm excited for that, and you guys should see that episode in a couple days. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like if you did. Going to be posting a new video soon, so stay tuned, and other than that, I will see you guys later. Peace!